They say with age comes wisdom, or maybe I'm just getting old, it's hard to tell. But these days, I enjoy riding a lot more when I'm on a sled designed more for comfort than it is to look like a race sled. Sure, racy replica or hardcore performance sleds are great. I do still like them and I still like riding them. But if I had to choose what type of sled I'd prefer to ride all day, it would definitely be something like Arctic Cat's F1100 LXR. There really is no compromise here. Aside from mildly understated graphics, there's nothing I would want on a long day that this sled doesn't have. From its excellent mid-height windshield to its heated seat, all the way back to its tunnel-mounted storage bag, everything I'd want on a long day is standard equipment. And just as important is the long list of performance-inspired technology and geometry underneath the plastic. The F1100 is not a dull or numb-handling touring-specific platform. Under all the cozy touring gadgets sits a full-on performance-minded chassis and suspension setup ready to impress even the hardest core rider. The Procross chassis is, for lack of a better term, a work of art. Its stamped and tipped tunnel is as impressive as it is functional. Its bulkhead and clutch braces are built with high performance in mind, and its wild-looking, ultra-tall spindles and long, widely spaced A-arms come right off Arctic Cat's race sled. It's hard not to see the performance heritage behind the LXR's underpinnings, but so often, too often, sleds like this one, originally built for performance but loaded with touring features, end up doing neither very well. Luckily for all of us, that's not the case with the LXR. By utilizing their ultra-plush slide-action skid frame out back, a set of Fox Zero Pro coilover shocks out front, and reasonably mild valving all the way around, Arctic Cat has managed to soften up the ride of the LXR to the point you might even call it mushy. Last season, even the softest settings on LXRs wasn't soft enough. This season, I can honestly say this sled rides really smooth. It's just a little bit stiff on the small stutters, but absorbs the medium to large hits without flinching and without sending the rider to the chiropractor. Under the hood lies Arctic Cat's highly underappreciated 1100cc two-cylinder four-stroke that puts out a below-average but more than adequate 125 horsepower. It's stout down low, but doesn't shift out very high on top. Still, excellent clutching takes full advantage of all 1100 cc's of displacement, shifting out to a top speed hovering right around the C-note. I personally like this motor. I think it's ultra smooth, perfectly responsive, and it runs great. It's good on gas, runs clean, and is very reliable. It doesn't sound amazing, and it's not the fastest motor in its class, but all things considered, it possesses all the necessary attributes for a long and comfortable day on the snow. Ergonomically speaking, the new F and XF Arctic Cats are worlds beyond their predecessors. Wide, soft seats, comfortable foot stirrups, and fully adjustable handlebars allowed any rider to find a comfortable seating position. Our only complaint in this department is the key panel directly in front of your knees. This area is convex in its shape, and if you're a forward rider like me who likes to hug the tank, it can interfere with my knee placement as I slide forward. I've had no trouble working around this and simply adjusting the way I move on the sled to avoid knee contact. But if the key panel area was more convex, it would allow more room and be a more comfortable shape for your knees. The 15x128 track is longer than your average 121, but shorter than a 136 and is actually a very nice compromise between the two. Its 1-inch lug is on the short side in my opinion, but the extra length seems to make up for the lack of lug in the traction department. Arctic Cat finished off the LXR package with a long list of additional features that really does make your riding experience that much easier. Electric start, push-button reverse, a deluxe digital gauge, and 12-volt accessory outlets reaffirmed that the LXR package really does include everything you need. The more I ride year after year, the more I begin to realize that while on the surface I want people to think I'm a hardcore performance rider that throws all convenience and comfort to the wind in search of the most aggressive look I can get, the truth is, I want to be able to ride more often and I want to be able to ride more miles each day. Sleds like Arctic Cat's F1100 LXR provide all the amenities I need, combined with the performance and handling characteristics I want, proving that with sleds like this, there really is no compromise.